want to address us. We just came in. Around 6 o'clock I have been here. You understand? From around 6 o'clock, we've been outside.
The sensitization started on Monday, June 21, 2022, with a youth mega vote count program, while it is expected to end on Saturday, 25. Reporting for Hills TV.
Still on Inec, in a related development, the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is, the House of Representatives, had last Wednesday urged Inec to extend the deadline for the continuous voter registration by an extra 60 days from June 30, 2022. News from other parts of Africa. Now at 4, and now to news from other parts of Africa. The head of Burkina Faso's ruling junta has met the president he overthrew in a coup this year for talks to try to defuse the political situation. Roch Marc Christian Kabore, the elected president until his ousting in January, was accompanied by another former president, Jean-Baptiste Ouedraogo, during a meeting at the presidential palace. Kabore, who shook hands with the lieutenant. The meeting demonstrated the new leaders the desire for reconciliation and for a united, determined and supportive Burkina in the fight against that song. It is a type of electronic music which authorities have labeled inappropriate and therefore forbid their performance. Critics have condemned Egypt's human rights records under President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, including the arrest of several activists under his watch. Egypt has previously denied there are political prisoners in the country. We now move to Welcome back. The committee investigating the January 6th attack turned its attention to the harassment campaign election workers faced by President Donald Trump and his supporters as they attempted to pressure them to overturn the election. Among them, former Georgia state election worker Wandry Shane Moss and her mother, Lady Ruby Freeman, who were falsely accused by name of voter fraud by Trump and his attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Here are their testimonies.
Do you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you?
Freeman and Shay Freeman Moss and one other gentleman, quite obviously, surreptitiously passing around USB ports as if they're vials of heroin or cocaine.
It's turned my life upside down. I no longer give out my business card. I don't transfer calls. I don't want anyone knowing my name. I don't want to go anywhere with my mom because she might yell grocery aisle or something. I don't go to the grocery store at all. I haven't been anywhere at all. I've gained about 60 pounds. There is nowhere I feel safe. Nowhere.
Arizona House Speaker Rusty Boas, a Republican who had campaigned for Trump, described conversations with Trump and his close aides, including Rudy Giuliani, who urged Boas to reject the election results.
You were asking me to break my oath. They have had video panel trucks with videos of me proclaiming me to be a pedophile and a pervert and a corrupt and politician, and blaring loudspeakers in my neighborhood.
Away from the United States now to Afghanistan. A powerful earthquake has killed and left hundreds more injured in Afghanistan. Taliban officials disclosed this in houses were destroyed and the death toll was likely to rise. Deputy Minister for Disaster Management Sharafuddin Muslim told reporters that at least 1,500 people had been killed and a further 600 injured, making it Afghanistan's deadliest earthquake in 2 decades. It struck about 44 kilometers, that is 27 miles from the southeastern. Significant damage in Afghanistan, where dwellings in many rural areas are unstable or poorly built. Communication following the quake is difficult because of damage to mobile phone towers, and the dead could still rise further. The UK in the 1950s but was eliminated by 2003. The UK Health Security Agency, that is UKHSA, said it was probably eliminated overseas with a life form of the virus. It says the risk is low, but parents should again at 3 and 14 years of age. Health authorities have now declared a national incident and informed the World Health Organization of the situation. Up next is business news on World Now at 4. The Central Bank of Nigeria has revealed that the total non-performing loans in the banking sector hit 1.21 trillion naira as of the end of February 2022. The CBN stated in reports obtained from the Monetary Policy Committee that the total credit in the sector rose to 25.25 trillion naira as of the end of February 2022 from 21.13 trillion naira as of the end of February 2021. The African Development Bank, that is AFDB, that will develop skills and encourage research and development so that the government can better fight pandemics in the future. This was contained in a country brief on Ghana, which reviews the country's development over the past year's contribution through its high business enabling environment, resilience to climate change, gender equality, and sound macroeconomic management. The project is expected to be approved by the bank's board of directors in the second quarter of 2022. Up next on World Now at 4 is sports news.
A very good evening to you and welcome to Sport News on World Now at 4. I'm Richard Badung. Italian giants Napoli and French side Lille added Napoli and Lille offices in Naples, Rome and France as part of the investigation. It was also revealed that Lille got just 36 million pounds, or beg your pardon, euros, not 81 million euros as widely reported by the media. The deal transfer plus 10 million euros is in bonuses. Players Luigi Lugori, Claudio Manzi and Ciro Palmieri. The value of the youth team players immediately raised eyebrows because they were given vastly inflated prices on the transfer market. The players went to the media complaining that the deal had ruined their careers and they were used as pawns in a larger transaction used to bolster the finances of both Napoli and Lille. It was the most expensive deal in Lille's history. Still talking, National Council for Professional Football in a letter dated June 21st and addressed to the president of the Cameroon Football Association, that is FECAFOOT, has requested that the amount of FCFA 350 million be paid into their accounts. This money, they mention, is a subvention from the states paid by the Prime Minister and aimed at facilitating amount was paid directly to the FECA Food account following 2 meetings and letters to the head of government. Pierre Semengwe, head of the CTFP, does not fail to mention that the council is facing difficulty in paying rent at the building it occupies and so urgently needs the said amount for its smooth functioning in the shortest time frame. Quickly, just to let you know that supporters of football nations playing at this year's World Cup in Qatar risk a 7-year jail term if they are caught indulging in sexual activities outside of marriage. Reports reaching us from later FIFA has warned that a hardline approach will be taken to ban such acts at this year's showpiece in the Arab nation. Following the fact that the World Cup will surely be taking place for the first time in Arab nations, the country is being keen on what it terms as illegal. Just to let you into the facts that
Please, really happy
to
be finally in Munich.
Successful season at Liverpool, winning the FA Cup and also the Carling Cup together. The Senegalese also won the AFCON title for his side, beating Egypt in the finals of the AFCON on penalties and also claiming another victory to claim the World Cup ticket at Badum.
Thank you, Richard Bardon, for the sport news. And now to the rest of the news. Saudi Arabia's crown prince is to visit Turkey for the first time since the 2018 murder of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi in its Istanbul consulate. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan will hold one-on-one talks with Mohammed bin Salman aimed at repairing damaged ties. Erdogan once indirectly accused the prince of ordering Saudi agents to kill Khashoggi. He denied any involvement. The visit comes as Turkey seeks trade, investment and assistance to help it deal with a worsening economic crisis. It has also worked to improve relations with the United Arab Emirates, that is Egypt, and Israel this week as part of a Middle East tour, and next month will meet U.S. President Joe Biden, who promised in 2019 to make Saudi Arabia. And that's World Now at 4. Before we go, here are the headlines once again. We told you on the headlines that President Buhari presides over fake meeting after Commonwealth meeting. Burkina Faso fans risk jail for casual sex in Qatar. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hills TV, Instagram at Hills TV, YouTube channel at Hills TV. I am Ainan Lubem. Thank you for watching.